So I was laddering up to Master Ball the other day, and I decided maybe I'll record a couple of the games I'm playing. Upload them. That's what you do with a channel, a Pokemon channel, especially. I only pressed record when the team looked good, so I didn't record the whole thing because that would have been like 4 hours worth, and I couldn't be bothered. So I didn't know how good the game was going to be when I pressed record. Obviously, I just based it off of like what their team looked like. So if I saw something cool or something interesting or something new, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna press record. Maybe it shows up, maybe it doesn't. Maybe Dragapult just sweeps. Who knows? So yeah, some of these games are very quick and some of them are, games. The code for the team that I used will be posted at the end. It is a rental from a Japanese player. You gotta wait, you gotta earn it. You gotta watch for everything to get the code. But it's a pretty solid team. I got to master in about, I think I went, actually I'll post my record's on the screen. You'll see it. So yeah, here we go. Okay, so I don't really know why I decided to press record on this one. I think I was just excited by the Azumarill. I thought the team looked kind of quirky, even though there's no new Pokemon on it. They all look like they can be kind of U-turned on or Dragapulted in some way, shape or form. And everything that can't, Garganical is pretty decent into. Like Garganical sits in front of basically all the physical ones, and a few of the special ones like Torkoal. This is like my first time looking at the Mungus, even considering it, so I've forgotten what it does. But I think ultimately I opt for Cloyster, because Sans, Azumarill, and again Torkoal, Cloyster beats everything because it's this this is a cool Cloyster. It's Terra Fire, Icicle Spear, Shell Smash, which the higher I got on the ladder, the more I brought. Like that Cloyster was insane. It was really, really good. I missed their trainer card. I don't know if it had a fancy Pokemon on it. Like I've got my Sleep Ingredient. They lead Haxorus, which is too thick for the world and just sinks right through it. I lead Dragapult because it's banded. It's good into everything. I'm a little worried they might be Scarf, so I don't waste my Terra right now. But I'm not worried enough to scout for it. So I just decided to go for the Dragon Darts. They are Scarf, but they make a big hard read on Mimikyu switching in, and luckily, I don't. So I knock them out, and also I don't flinch, which is pretty decent. So yeah. But speak of the devil and they shall appear. Mimikyu comes right back in now, and I'm banded, which they probably noticed from the damage because I did a lot with the first hit. So this is the Garganical time, because what's the name of his ability? Is it Purifying Salt, or is that the name of the attack? It makes you resist ghost type moves, which is neat. So basically, like, I just can't hard wall this thing, unless it's got Drain Punch, I guess. But based off of what they do next, which is Shadow Claw, spoilers, they don't have Drain Punch. And I'm guessing they don't have Play Rough, or maybe they just thought like they were worried they'd miss, they wanted to chip it. I don't know. So I go for Salt Cure. So Purifying Salt must be the ability then. I go for Salt Cure because I want to break the disguise and I just kind of want to do a little bit of passive chip. I didn't expect to take as little as I did because this is my first time properly using Garganical. I have found a shiny one in game, which is pretty neat. You might find a picture of it. They just keep going for Shadow Claw. I recover before trying to set up my defenses because I didn't want to go for Iron Defense and then reveal Drain Punch, because then I'll be at a percentage or whatever where I'm not gonna be able to recover out of it. But then they just Shadow Claw again, so I'm like, okay, this is pretty free. This is a great time to just kind of set up. And Salt Cure is interesting, right? Because it's like Colossal and Charizard's power, right? Where you just do passive damage, but you do, I think is it like a quarter you do to water and steel types? I don't know. It's a lot though, and it obviously adds up. And something I didn't realize when I was playing these games was it doesn't stop. it just keeps going. Like until you switch out, like it's just endless. I thought it was 4 turns, but no, it's endless. It's a snowman. Anyways, yeah, so it doesn't go away, which is pretty nuts, because especially if you're like a steel or a water type, because I know this is weird, right, but like I use this Garganical to beat Dondozo when I see it, which I shouldn't, right, because it's a water type and I'm a rock type, but it's just it's like putting curse on them or whatever. Like I'll Salt Cure them and then chip them into Ranger like Hydreigon or something, or Fissure, for fun. Anyways, here's the team. It's pretty cool. Honestly, I would say the biggest kind of stress for the team is bulky water types. So if you use this as a base to add up into anything, that would be like the main thing I would reconsider. I don't know, maybe make the Amoonguss a Breloom or something. But I do have a game later on where the Amoonguss was key, and Breloom would not have been able to do that, and it would have been an embarrassing loss. But yeah, have fun.